How do you pronounce this? Watch linguistics is not really a specified academic field, but if there is one question that can get the comment section going anywhere in the watch community, it is exactly this. The last part is probably beyond discussion. That's LeCoultre, in my basic French anyway. Antoine LeCoultre, who is the person behind the name, was from the French-speaking part of Switzerland. The first bit is the more questionable one. Is it Jaeger or is it Jaeger? That's what we'll be looking at today. You can pronounce this any way you like, of course. Linguistics is not mathematics, and language is malleable. If you ask the company themselves, they'll say their brand name is pronounced Jaeger-LeCoultre. So who are we to argue? Surely, that's the end of that. Well, let's see. These are the letters we need to pronounce. They are part of the brand name because of Edmond Jaeger. We'll stick with that pronunciation for now. He was born in 1858 in Alsace, which is a part of France. In German, Alsace is called Elsass, and the region has always been a bit of a cultural hotspot, being situated right in the border region between the two countries. In fact, both French and German is spoken in the area, and the local Alsatian language, spoken by around 500,000 people, is a dialect of German. The region has also switched hands several times, and when Germany unified in 1871, Alsace became a part of this newly formed country and remained so until just after World War I. Edmond Jaeger died in 1922, so for almost all his life, his homeland was a part of Germany. His name, of course, does not look very French when we look at it, and it isn't. The word Jäger is German and means hunter. The AE is just the French spelling of the German E, an A with an umlaut. So it would be the same as being called hunter in English, like, say, holly hunter. Now, Edmond Jaeger later moved to Paris, and there he opened his first watchmaking workshop in 1880. And what would people in Paris referring to his shop have called him? Most likely Jaeger. He started working with Jacques-David LeCoultre, grandson of Antoine, in 1903, and from 1937, long after his death, watches produced within the scope of the partnership between his workshops and LeCoultre in Switzerland were branded Jaeger-LeCoultre. Or should that be Jaeger-LeCoultre? We shall find out very soon, but first a super quick 15-second break where I'll introduce StockPad, a project I'm a part of. StockPad makes it easy to keep a stock watch list with your own notes and to save articles, all in a user-friendly interface. StockPad keeps track of changes in price and makes it simple to sort and find your notes. And it's free. Good luck with your investments. These days, JLC, as they are often abbreviated, is based in Le Sentier in Switzerland, where they speak French. First, they had an older building. Later, they added a newer one to the old one. And in both of them, they pronounced their own brand name, Jaeger-LeCoultre. But now, I want you to think of Pilculins. Yes, Pilculins. From first-hand experience, listening to a radio station in Paris years ago, I can tell you that the name of the first drummer in the band Genesis is Pilculins. English speakers, of course, may know him as Phil Collins, but the French-speaking don't. So of course Jaeger or Jaeger is pronounced Jaeger by the JLC brand themselves. They are based in the French-speaking part of Switzerland. But does that make it correct? Is Phil Collins in fact Pilculins? No, not really. But I hear some protest. Phil Collins is not French. Jaeger-LeCoultre is a brand from a French-speaking area, so it makes much more sense to pronounce this in French. But does the location of the company have any impact on the origin of the surname Jaeger? Is Jaeger not a German surname, no matter where Mr. Jaeger may find himself, or others may find him? I ask you now to think of a hypothetical man from Paris. Let's make it simple and give him a simple name. We'll call him Gérard Garnier. One day, Mr. Garnier finds himself living in Amsterdam after having followed his lifelong dream of opening a watch shop right next to a canal. He names the shop after himself and is a proud Frenchman on the day when he finally steps back and admires the sign over the door. What does the sign say? Does it say Gérard Garnier Or does it say Jaeger-LeCoultre? Apologies for my poor Dutch. Let's also let Google pronounce our French watchmaker's name in Dutch.
Gerard Garnier.
The conclusion. If you care about languages, this brand name should be pronounced Jaeger-LeCoultre. You can say Jaeger-LeCoultre if you want, of course. This is not mathematics after all. You can do what you like without being entirely wrong. But if you do, and if you ever drop by that watch shop by the canal in Amsterdam, you must remember to address the man behind the counter Gerard Garnier and not
Gérard Garnier.
Thanks for watching. If you found this video interesting, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing. It really helps the channel.